The 9 steps I'm going to give you is another YouTuber that actually posted this video. And I'm like, I have got to share that. Just in case you didn't know how to become financially free, I'm going to give you the 9 steps that this person suggested on their YouTube channel. I have to talk about the 9 steps because I sometimes get bored. Not really, but I will go on YouTube and I will look and see what other financial teachers are saying out there to see if, we got a really good strategy somewhere that I haven't learned yet. So I went on to one. I'm not going to say names, but I'm going to share the 9 steps to becoming financially free. Okay. First, you need to know what it means to be financially at peace for you. So what does this mean for you? Some, it means having a large savings. Maybe you have a large savings, you have a large emergency fund. Maybe you're not paycheck to paycheck. Okay, that would be financially peaceful, right? Okay. The next thing you might want to consider is what caused your instability? What caused this financial problem that you're in? That could be due to a job loss. You lost your job. Maybe you lost some hours per week. Another may be a spouse loss. So maybe a divorce or death brought you to a one income family and you just can't afford the expenses that you had before. Maybe you're just a spender. Maybe you're just a spender and you really need to tighten up a little bit, right? Maybe we do need to jump into Dave Ramsey and start selling some things. But the 9 steps that this person gave to come into financial peace, and I hope that you learn from this. I hope that it gives you the peace that you're looking for, and I hope you run out and start this plan today because they said that it would bring you to financial peace. One is get to know your financial situation. Get to know it. What do you owe? Who do you support? Do you have children? Do you have a spouse? What debt do you have? Look at the statements that you have. See what you're spending on every month, right? Make sure that you know where all of your money is going, all the way down to every cent. To where is your money going? So that was step number 1 to coming into financial peace. All right, so let's go to the next one. Number 2, use goals to become financially stable. Okay, goals. Okay, use goals to become financially stable. I'm still wondering what that meant. Let's see, goals. So I talk about writing down your goals. So that would be a good idea. Write down your goals. Write down what it is that you want to see happen in your life in, a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years. Maybe that's what they were meaning. If you write down the goals to become financially stable, the goals, I'm still thinking about that. Number 3, adopt a frugal lifestyle. If you're spending, stop spending. Okay. Literally, this was one of the how to become frugal. Stop eating out with family and friends. Make a deal with yourself. Okay, I'm going to eat out with my family and friends 1 time this month. Oh, and I know that we've got 2 birthdays in this month, and I don't want to go do what they want to do because I don't want to spend, any money, and I don't want to buy birthday presents for sure. So I'm just going to have to tell them that I am now frugal and I no longer spend this money. That's not realistic. It's not realistic. So adopt a frugal lifestyle. If you want to know how to do this, please go to Dave Ramsey's channel because he gives us all kinds of ideas how to do that. Number 4, avoid unnecessary debt. Okay, avoid unnecessary debt. Okay, so they gave the example that your home may be a necessary debt, right? But maybe your car isn't. Maybe a brand new car isn't. Avoid unnecessary debt. I'd have to think about that because when we're paycheck to paycheck, any debt that we take on is usually to help us get to the next paycheck, right? We're just trying to survive. It's not like we're out looking for more things to take on. We just want to get out of the situation that we're currently in. Number 5, build an emergency fund. Well, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? When you're paycheck to paycheck, are you able to build an emergency fund? I still don't think I have much of an emergency fund. I mean, who can do an emergency fund when every day is an emergency to you because you're trying to figure out what in the world you're going to do to get by this day, right? Right. Okay. So I'm sorry. I'm just actually going through the 9-step program here. Okay. So stay with me. Oh, number 6, pay yourself first. You want to pay yourself first because forget the the food that you have to buy for the family to get supper on the table tonight, right? I'm just like, okay, give me something to work with here. I'm just asking for something to work with. What is going to help me to become financially free? I want to be at peace. Are the 9 steps going to get me there? Well, I'm hoping. So let's go back over. 1 was get to know your financial situation. 2, use goals to become financially free. 3, adopt a frugal lifestyle. 4, avoid unnecessary debt. 5, build an emergency fund. 6, pay yourself first. 7, improve your financial literacy. Now, I agree with this because if you improve your financial literacy, you're going to get out there and you're going to search YouTube and you're going to look for somebody that's actually teaching you how to get rid of your debt, not giving you a bunch of jumbled up crap here that you're just going to watch the whole video and be like, okay, what did I just learn? How are you helping me? How does this help me to become financially free? How am I going to be at peace doing this? Okay, let's just move on. 8, make financial career business moves. So I take it that means to get a better job. I think I'm reading that. That's not always possible. Like when you are trying to figure out how you're going to make your car payment on the 1st, getting a better job today is not going to help that car payment coming in on the 1st, right? Again, I don't understand that. Okay. And number 9, make room for fun. If I'm lying, I'm dying, people. These were the 9 steps to become financially peaceful. This was it. I didn't hear one thing in there that told you how to eliminate payments in a month. I didn't read one thing that said, how am I going to get rid of this debt? I didn't read any suggestions on what am I going to do for an emergency fund? How am I going to have money available if I have car trouble tomorrow? Nothing. There was no value to me in this video. When I want to find financial peace, it doesn't mean necessarily that I am living above my means. Whatever got me into the situation that I am in financially with debt, that's what usually takes our money. Then I need 9 steps to tell me, how do I get out of the debt? How do I breathe again? How am I going to make my payments next month? I mean, I'm looking for options. Is anybody with me? Does anybody hear what I'm saying? Because when I read that, I had to write that down because I was financially frustrated myself after reading these 9 steps that gave me no options. It gave me no strategy. It gave me no plan. It just told me what I already know. I knew all of this before. Yeah, if I have an emergency fund, I am going to feel better about my life, about my finances. Yeah. If I stop eating out with my family, and I cut it back to once a month when, no parties, no, sorry, you can't buy your birthday present this month. I get it. And yes, paying yourself first, sure, that's great. I mean, that would be great if I had a dime to pay anything. Yeah, I would like to pay myself. I just want to give people a strategy. I want to give you something that you can go out today and say, hey, I'm going to go look for this line of credit I need, because if I can move into a line of credit, I'm going to gain $600 a month in cash flow, because I'm going to pay off this loan over here that I'm paying. Freeing that up, guess what? I feel financially at peace with that one move. You have a step to take. If you're not able to find a line of credit today, keep looking. They're out there. They're out there. I'm getting comments and emails every single day telling me that they are finding these PLOCs, personal lines of credit. They're definitely, HELOCs are everywhere, home equity lines of credit. Yes, you have to own a home to get a HELOC, okay? So please, just be thinking of steps to take that's going to bring you into financial peace, true financial peace, not just somebody giving you 9 steps of things we already know. I mean, make room for fun. Make room. How is making room for fun going to bring me to financial peace? I am so sorry, but I had to share that because I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? I need some information here. Yes, there are free fun things to do out there, like the libraries and state parks, etc. But this person, that was one of the 9 steps to get into financial freedom. That wasn't how to have fun without spending money. That was how to get into financial freedom. My wife and I just built a custom home. Must be nice, Charlie. You must have used the 9 steps to find financial peace that you were able to do that. They're in their early 40s. That's even better. And the thought of a 30-year mortgage gives me so much anxiety. So finding you and watching your videos has been eye-opening. Thank you for that, Charlie. I appreciate that. Congratulations on your new home. Do you have a program where I can plug in all the debts and expenses and it will build out the plan? I only have the automated system that does that. So that is a whole different group, a whole different charge. So I do not have one that you're like going to be able to plug into a spreadsheet, but they do offer the software that does that for you. And it is excellent interest eliminator. And wow, it just makes such a difference with your debt. So where do I find the automated system? Okay, I have, let me pull this up so you guys can see it. So they had a webinar last Tuesday. Oh, here it is. I will include this webinar. If you did not see it, I will include it here in the chat so you can go watch it, and it'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about when I talk about automated system. You all check it out. They do a free personal analysis so that you're able to get the information on your own debt and how it's going to help you. This is not, again, this is not with my group. This is through this other group. It's the Money Max. After you watch the video, make sure that you understand what the system actually does. Yes, there is a cost for it. They'll go through all of that with you when you sign up for the free analysis and they run your debt, but it literally shows you a guaranteed payoff date. We all need a guaranteed payoff date, right? There's also another webinar that's coming up, so you could attend that. It's just very, very good information for somebody who is serious about getting out of debt and getting out of debt very, very quickly. It will eliminate interest. So we're talking, it may take a 25% credit card and bring it down to 2%. It builds your credit. It does not hurt your credit scores, okay? It eliminates debt. It doesn't matter what your credit score is. It doesn't matter if you have a line of credit. It just matters that you have some cash flow. So cash flow is king. You know, I teach that. So if you want to get your own analysis to see if you too would be able to move into that group, go through their coaching, you're welcome to do that. Whatever it is that's going to help you get out of debt, that is all I'm doing, is giving you options on what's available to help you eliminate your debt so that you can get to true financial freedom and not go by a 9-step program that tells you absolutely nothing. Ray says, going into the 5th month with Velocity Banking, paid 2 credit cards off. Now I will pay a vehicle off in August. Velocity Banking train still rolling into debt-free land. Thank you again, Miss Christie. Thank you so much, Ray, for sharing that. People need to hear these testimonies of this positive strategy bringing positive results. And when you do things like that and you share, it makes people think, oh, okay, I am going to jump. I'm going to jump head first and I'm going to do this. It's beautiful. Thank you, Ray. Thank you so much for that. Mrs. Christie, Financial Literacy Ministry, thankful for the time and effort you pay forward to us all from New Jersey. Thank you so much, Danielle. I would have it no other way. That's what I said. When my alarm clock goes off, if I let it, most of the time it doesn't. But if I let it, I'm like, there's somebody out there. We've got to move forward. We got somebody out there that needs some help. Let's go get it. That's exactly the way I feel. But I wanted to jump on just a minute to tell you, if you see these crazy videos that do 9 steps, and then they do nothing but tell you to be frugal and to save. How are you supposed to save money? How are you supposed to pay yourself first? How are you supposed to have an emergency fund when you can't breathe because you have payments to be made? I kind of get a little frustrated because back when I was struggling and then I would pull up a video that would tell me crap like that, I was like, okay, you didn't do anything but frustrate me more, because now not only am I completely upside down, my head stuck, drowning in debt, and you're telling me that I need to have an emergency fund and I need to pay myself first and put it in investments, and I don't have a dime to my name. I don't know. That's almost rude. It's almost rude to tell hurting people that are suffocating in debt, oh, you need to save. If you would start saving, it would make all of your financial problems go away. That's stupid. No, you can't fix stupid. I know, right? No, you can't save yourself to wealth. That's silly, because if your savings is drawing, let's say it's drawing a 4% interest right now, but you have a credit card that's taking 26% interest off of you every month, stealing your wealth, and you think your little savings over here is helping you, it's depleting. You just don't see it because you're making those stupid monthly payments over here in this credit card, thinking you're doing damage, where your savings is sitting over here dwindling away with that 26% interest. I don't even care if you have a 4% mortgage. Lord have mercy, that is expensive. That's 80%, right? So if you have a 4% mortgage and you have $50,000 sitting in savings drawing 4%, guess what? You're losing your savings. They're just pulling it out of your monthly payment that you're making into that home every month. You have to learn the difference between a loan and a line. Then you're going to have your eyes opened and you're going, oh my gosh, I'm literally letting my savings be depleted right now. Just pay attention. Pay attention. I hope that you all got the gist of what I was saying with the 9-step program that somebody had on YouTube. I just think it's sad that people are looking for options. You're looking for a strategy to get out of the debt, not to get frugal. I'm sure that if you're paycheck to paycheck, I'm sure that you are frugal on most things that you can be frugal on. So somebody's sitting there telling me, hey, you need to stop spending. Hey, you need to get frugal. You need to buy cheaper groceries. You don't need to go out and eat. We don't want those suggestions. I didn't want those suggestions. I wanted suggestions that was going to help me to get out of the situation that I was in. And I found it. And I hope that you guys have found it too. Exactly, joyful Janine. I can't be any more frugal. I'm always fasting, not because I'm so spiritual, but no grocery money. See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't want somebody to tell you stop spending. You want somebody to say, hey, if you will do this, this, and this, you're going to find freedom. And sometimes you already have the tools you need. You're just not aware of how the tools work, right? Like I said, you can't take a hammer and screw in a screw. So you have to know which tool that you need. And do you already have it? If you do, just start using it correctly and get out of debt. You can do it. You just have to get in a strategy that's going to work for whatever debt it is you're trying to pay off. You guys have a great weekend and keep moving forward. Don't get discouraged. Stay focused on what it is you want to do. And for goodness sake, get away from the loans and get into lines and see if you too cannot find some financial peace that's going to last you for your entire life and move you into that investing and the emergency savings and all that fun stuff this person with the 9 steps over here was talking about. Just keep moving forward because you can do this. Don't forget to write down your goals. Don't forget to write down where you want to see yourself at the end of this month. Where do you want to see yourself at the end of next month? How about July? How about December? Journal, write down what it is that you're doing today that is helping you to move forward into that tomorrow that you're looking forward to. Okay? You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next time.